Alright, so I've adjusted my setup for trading on 8cap. I made a chart display so I can watch multiple assets at the same time. So I've selected from my list of 8cap coins some which have low spreads because some of these assets on 8cap they have like multiple percent spread. So this would be the spread something like 2%, 3%. But on some of these coins, on Doge, there is absolutely no spread. And I've also selected them on the price because sometimes it's hard to get a good risk on these trades. So I only wanted to take a maximum risk of 1% per trade. So let me show you what I mean by this. So on the 1 day on the oil, I see an opportunity because we got a fat get zone, and the new bands I made is also in this area. So this could be a good market order because price is already reacting from the zone. So it would be something like this. Take the target here, small stop loss. Maybe put targets a little higher to get a good risk to reward. Then when you want to create a limit order, the minimum size is 0.01 and risk percent is 2. So I can take this trade. So on oil, I can't trade on the daily time frame. I will have to do some smaller moves like this on the lower time frame because that the risk is manageable, 0.76. So I would be able to take this trade, but only on the lower time frame. So a little trick I found is when you look at the charts and you find one of these panels, you can hold Alt key and then click to get the full display. It's very handy when you input the trades or when you want to look more closely at a specific chart. But my new approach is just I open the chart and then I start on the daily. These all synchronized, by the way. You can do it like this, and it will all be the same display on each asset. So on the daily, I only found this oil setup. So let's look at the 8 hour. No, let's start with the 12 hour. Not any setups. Then go to the 8 hour. Okay, not any setups. 4 hour. This on the crude oil could be a nice zone to take a trade from, but probably the risk is too high. Let me check. Okay. These are Bollinger Bands, by the way. Want to put my risk above the band and then take profit. Something like this because price has already been here. Then see what the risk would be on this trade. 0.01 lots. Risk is too high. So when you trade a bigger account, this will not be that much a problem, but I'm trading a $300 account now. So once I do a funded account challenge, this will no longer be a problem. So, but for now, I got to avoid these trades. Okay, 2 hour. It's looking good on Japanese yen. It's got multiple zones here with a very bright Bollinger. and the upper Bollinger Band does not really have a lot of color, so not a lot of resistance, confluences here. So when you take the trade here, price is free to move higher. So this is good trade. So we can catch it. So entry would be at the fat cat zone. B, put it a little closer to the top of the zone to not miss out on this trade. Stop loss below this fat cat zone and take profit somewhere over here. Stop loss could be too tight. I'm gonna put it a little bit lower, give trade some room. 1.4 risk to rot. It's a good one for me. Okay, create limit order. See if the risk is good. 0.01. We got a good percentage of risk. And the trade is on 8 gap. So it's quite handy to trade from TradingView. Okay, let's zoom out again and look at the 1 hour chart. There is an opportunity on gold on the 1 hour. So zoom in. Don't really like how these candles are formed, but I will still try. But there will probably need to be quite a big stop loss to avoid getting stopped out by these wicks. Short position close to the top. Yes. Then target the bottom band. Something like this would be good for me. Then create limit order. Let's see if the risk is good. No, the risk is not good. So let's not take this trade. Might remove gold for now from the list, but I'm definitely going to trade it once I have a bigger account. But let's see if there are more opportunities. Not really, maybe on the 30-minute chart. Again, no opportunity. So that's it for now. Found another possible trade on USD CAD. Because the market is reacting to this level, I might have missed. Found this when I just looked at the chart while I was at sea. Okay, so we do get filled because it already wicked down. It's showing some support. So I hope this retests the zone, then goes back. It's not that strong of a zone, but because I've found the bar when it was reacting very fast from the zone, I want to enter it. Got fill on the position. It is still going a bit lower, but we'll see. Update this later. I found a trade on the Australian dollar US dollar pair on the 4-hour chart. Let's see about position. Would short this here, especially now that this zone has become much more bright, and put stop loss above the band and target these recent lows. You can target quite low, or you can do like this, but I'll target here. So I think that's good because the market stayed there for a while, so it acts like a magnet. Then create limit order. see. Don't know why they always put this risk percentage to the maximum. If I would take the trade, that could ruin my account. So always be careful. It's not possible to take a trade on this pair using the 4-hour chart. Find a trade on the same pair, AUD USD on the 30-minute time frame. Here we can do a smaller stop loss. I will not put this completely above the band because the zone is not inside the band. So like this. It's within my risk parameters. To end this episode of the Fat Cat Challenge, I have to tell you guys something. Using the $300 on 8 cap, I continue to miss out on trades. This is because with only $300 in an account on 8 cap, you just can't play the risk game right. Only on some trades, the risk is below 1% of my capital, so I can only take some of the many trades I find. That leads to small capital growth. It does not increase the size of my account very fast. I'm just at $301.5 after having some drawdown from the 300. The problem here is most of these currency pairs, the position size is just too large. But you have these companies where you can get these large trading accounts. When you have a large trading account, you trade for the company. You have to stay within their rules, but when you have an account of $24,000 or $12,000, you will not have the problem which I face with my $300 account during the challenge, that you can't take every trade you can find. So it is hard if you have a capital below $1,000 trading on a fully regulated exchange like 8cap, because most of the pairs just don't allow for such low amount of money trades. But I'll still continue the challenge. I want to reach at least $315 from trading using the account and smaller risk size, so I can go to a funded trading account, because then I will get better results, because with more capital you can take more trades. Also, because of the fact that I have this strategy where I have to check the charts a minimum every 4 hours to see if the opportunities are still right, and to see new opportunities on the 4 hour, the 2 hour, and the 1 hour chart, and maybe even the higher charts. I can't record myself every trade I take because I'm not always at in a private room, or I sometimes check these on the go. So and I also do not post them every time on Twitter. So I record some of them without voice, and I will try to include them in the future. But for now, I will have to admit that I can't show every trade I take on this channel. But as long as I can get a funded account in the future and show you guys how I trade the funded account later on, I will continue this challenge, and I will continue to show progress on the challenge. If you can find these indicators on TradingView, go to honestalgo.com to unlock instant access.